picture on the TV.
This week on Sierra Shorts, we go to the lizard races, blow some grass, talk to a bronc rider, take a mini vacation with Cella, and are joined by musical guest Timbuk 3 with insightful news stories, poetry, a visit to our psychic, and much, much more. So grab a beer, toss the remote, sit back, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to Sierra Shorts, the show that rides up on you.
Michigan. A guy tried to hold up a bank with a rather unusual weapon. He was holding a bar of soap with wires sticking out of it, trying to pass it off as a bomb. He had it in his bag with a note and put it in a tray at the drive-thru window and waited. The teller walked away from the window without even noticing the bag. Police said the cashier was unaware there was a robbery attempt going on, so the guy simply drove off frustrated.
Dope kills cancer shock. Medical researchers say the active chemical in cannabis, THC, is effective against brain tumors in rats, somehow programming the cancer cells to die. Other cells, meanwhile, are programmed to sit on the sofa, stare at a TV, and eat a lot.
Hey, lizard, lizard, lizard.
Hi, you're the official Lizard King. What is your title for this event?
What do you mean?
What do they call you? The mascot? The Lizard King? What is your name precisely? Pardon?
The mascot.
The mascot. Now, how long have you been the mascot for this event, Doyle Days?
Since 10 a.m. when the parade started.
And how did you get this job?
Well, I was just like chosen.
So you were one of the chosen few.
Yeah.
Now, what is this hanging out of your mouth?
It's my tongue.
Okay. And what's the most challenging thing about your job that you've found so far?
I guess making all the little kids happy.
Now, are you making them happy?
I'm trying.
Okay. What makes them the happiest?
Well, blow their tongue, hug them, shake their hand.
Right?
Yeah.
What are you doing for the rest of your career?
I'm not sure yet.
How can you find the truth? Who will you turn to for answers? Call Ushila now.
In everyone's life, there are forks that you can come to, seasons in your life, and everyone needs some fortune-telling sometime.
Call Ushila for your free reading now, only $19.95.
I want you to call in, because I have lucky numbers for you. I want you to check on your fortune tonight, $9.95.
Did we say $19.95? If you call right now, your free reading's only $9.95.
I have balls. I can see what's going on. I can help you in your life, as long as you don't aggravate me.
There's only one psychic for you to call. Call Ushila now.
Do not ever call Leo. I'm the one you want.
Call Ushila now.
Come on and take a look. Take a trip from Squaresville. Live a little and see what it's like for yourself. The senses are dulled just enough to be reckless. Helen, the music, the beer, the promise of excitement press in on him. Now curiosity has to be satisfied. And why not? It can't do any harm to look.
Graffiti flats. Between towns, round stones spell people's names in the glowing white salt. Driving past, clear lines stand between the words. They jut up like humps of desert tortoise. All along this highway, the day is collapsing, pulling away into dark shadows. If you stop, the names become broken, and you may see that the stones are becoming buried. The old lake claims these faces and swallows their homage. Between towns, an exit leads to the edge of small houses where folks linger in the lights of porches and kitchens. A market is open all evening with pumps of regular and unleaded. I buy crackers to nibble on my vigil, and I leave through narrow, empty streets.
Bob Graham of Indianapolis, all set to prove the hand is quicker than the eye. Watch closely now. You may want to mystify your friends. After the string is threaded through the straw, he bends the straw and straightens the strings. Next, he clips off the peak of the straw and throws it away. Now, he puts the straws together and pulls the string through. Presto! It's still in one piece. Believe it or not. Say, that's slick. Come on, tell us how you did it, Bob. Well, then at least tell us where we can learn tricks like that. Thanks. Come on, folks, let's look. Well, it's the famous Bike Party and Magic Stunts book. You can get one for 2 whiz wrappers and 6 cents in coin or stamps. The whiz bar is made in the famous Bike Kitchens, is cellophane wrapped for freshness, supplies quick energy. The world's biggest candy value, only a nickel. Sold everywhere, and boy, it's good. Remember, get your Party and Magic Stunts book by sending 2 whiz wrappers and 6 cents in coin or stamps to Paul F. Bike Company, Department 1, Chicago. Full instructions on every whiz wrapper.
A parade sets the stage for the greatest show in the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada.
Yeah, we're here with Dan Mortensen, 2-time world champion saddle bronc rider. When did you first start riding broncs, Dan?
I started riding bulls when I was about 11. Never got on any broncs till I was about a senior in high school. So I've been riding broncs for about 7 years.
What's the main challenge between a bull and a bronc?
Bronc riding's a lot more of a timing and finesse event, where bull riding, it takes a lot more strength. It's just bear down and stay on one. Where in the saddle bronc riding, you get judged on your exposure, and it's more of a timing deal.
People get a kick out of rodeos. Cowboy got a kick that time.
What's one of the funnier things that's happened to you in your 5 years on the circuit?
There's just a lot of good guys, and there's practical jokes going around all the time, so.
Like getting locked in the outhouse before the shoot and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, that'd be more of the mild stuff.
Oh, that's the mild stuff, right. What words of advice do you have for any bronc riders in training out there?
Oh, just try hard, no matter what you want to do in life. Whether you want to be a football player or a rodeo star or whatever, you just keep trying hard and success will come your way.
Round and round she goes, and what happens, nobody knows. But it was sure fun while it lasted.
Jolly Fanto Bandlo Valley Banda. Klassigen Thanadlorn. Edgigagorman. Hidden Bloiko Russell Huju. Holiday Holiday. And Lima Bun. Lagabun. Basso Fatica. Yulu. Scampolo Wasalabo. Hedge Datagorum. Eskij Sunpada. Ulubu Sabudu Ulo Sabudu. Tumbadamf. Kusagama. Batbumf.
Once a little old lady named Laura Scudder had a thing about potato chips. She hated chips that sounded like. Now I ask you, who likes chips that sound like? So Laura Scudder decided to make her own. A crisp, noisy potato chip. She went potato shopping until she found the perfect potato chip potato. Solid. She researched 197 vegetable oils until she found the purest and found the best salt. Then she put them all together with her secret recipe to make them crisp and crunchy and put them in a special package to keep them that way. And this was the result.
Hey, what's your name? What's your name?
John Central.
Yeah, where are you from?
Reno.
You're from Reno. You came all the way up from Reno for this event.
Well, I got some relatives living up here, too.
Okay. And do you have a lizard involved in this current heat?
I went to Hertz Rental Lizard right here, and he got me one, and he's going to... 52's going to win the race. Will you help me root on him?
You think so? Now, how do you choose a racing lizard?
I don't know. They all look alike to me.
It's the build, do you think? Can you tell they have like, hey, what's your name? Come on in here a second. And what's your name?
Nancy Heath.
And where are you from, Nancy?
I'm from Doyle.
From Doyle. Mm-hmm. Now, what kind of things do you look for in a lizard?
The long legs, the stance.
Well, what about the person? Is there a personality?
Oh, sure, definitely.
Okay, you
it's
can
called Winner.
Called Winner.
Winner.
Okay, well, we wish number 52 all the luck in the world.
Tomorrow night on Professor Figment's Tales of the Inexplicably Bizarre. You won't want to miss Professor Figment as he travels to Nevada to reveal illegal space aliens among us. Discover startling new evidence that undocumented space aliens have been landing in Reno since 1989. Explore strange new alien toasts. Laugh at the antics of drunken aliens as they attempt to invade Reno. All on the next electrifying episode of Tales of the Inexplicably Bizarre.
Good evening, this is Sheila. I'm so glad to have you here on the show. I want to talk about something. I had to have my boyfriend put to sleep. I'm going to tell you why. Because he was peeing on the furniture. I cannot handle this. That aggravates the hell out of me. But anyway, I think there's someone there. I feel it. There it is. Hello, this is Sheila. Can I help you?
Oh, Sheila. I would like to know how I can get more TV stations on my direct TV.
You have satellite?
It's a dish.
You have a satellite dish and you want to know how to get more channels? Are you whacked?
I think you would know that. You're psychic.
Well, I don't. Don't test me, little girl. Don't ever test me. You aggravate me. That's the kind of people. I will knock you in your head. That's the kind of thing that drives me crazy. I'm telling you, once again, I've got an aggravator. So I'm going to have to let you go, little girl.
You're still not going to tell me how to get more channels
no, you
on my
got
TV?
your $9.95 worth. For God's sakes, don't bother me with this crap. I'm telling you, I've got to go. All right, bye-bye for now. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Listen, I've got to go for the evening, and I thank you very much for calling. And please come and call again. I've got lucky numbers for all of you. You know? Thank you very much. Good night.
My name is James McNulty, and I'm here to introduce you to the quintessential grassroots instrument, the predecessor of the saxophone and the clarinet, or anything else that has a reed in it. And I'd like to play you a song and show you how to do it. So I'm going to start off with a little ditty that we probably all are familiar with here. instead of an axe like most musicians will have, you will have a blade to work with. Okay, now you should place it between the top part of your thumbs and the lower part of your thumbs on the knuckles, and you should be able to see the light of day on either side of the blade. What I do to get the different notes here is I push my hands in this direction, or I fluctuate in this direction here. That'll give you the different ranges in the frequency. For the loose notes, I have my hands very relaxed, and I don't blow very hard to get this note. And you'll find that when you play around with this, you'll be able to get a note and hold it, and then just work into a do, re, mi, the beginning of the scale. And then after you are able to do that, then go for a whole scale, a complete octave. And then when you find you can do that, then I want you to come and look me up and join my all-grass band. This is my friend Scott. He just happened to drop by, and he's real handy, so I was going to have him back me up on this next number, a rendition of the Mexican hat dance. Here we go. And you too can be the most outstanding player in anybody's field.
Have you ever heard of dyslexic, agnostic, insomniac? No. It's a guy that stays up all night long wondering whether there is a dog or not.
Cool, good one.
Here she is. She is single and fun-loving.
A guy was dealing with the death of an uncle in a rather unusual way. Before dropping off the body at the funeral home, he decapitated it with a hacksaw and carried the head away to fulfill a religious belief that he could bring the uncle back to life by eating the brain.
Tastes just like chicken.
Rambo's, a Houston nightclub, features such decor as a Jeep, a grenade launcher, camouflage netting, and machine guns. Waitresses wear fatigue uniforms and ammunition bandoliers. And the background music is a blend of Bruce Springsteen and low-flying jets. Psychologist Joyce Brothers offered the penetrating insight that the club owes its existence to the Rambo craze, and owner Carlos Tamborel says his customers are mostly off-duty cops, Vietnam vets, and would-be freedom fighters. The people have a lot of fun with it, he says.
Lizard, lizard, lizard.
Hey guys, how you doing? You guys are the lizard wranglers or renters?
Something like that.
Yeah? Now, what do you look for in a lizard, insofar as its speed, its build, what?
Well, mainly you look for the smaller, because it's normally the faster.
Right.
And the bigger, it has a tendency to slow down, and in this heat, it just don't work too well.
They don't want to move too much. Now, we have here the Lizard Wizard. What is your name?
My name's Jay Hauge.
And where are you from, Jay?
Doyle, California.
Oh, so you're a native here?
Oh, yes.
Well, pretty much a native. What do you look for in a lizard? You've seen thousands come and go in your time here. What do you look for in a champion racing lizard?
Well, usually the smaller ones will run faster, but anything that'll run is what we're looking for. The harder they are to catch, the better lizard you have to race.
Now, why do you have this track configuration this year? It's been different in years past, right?
We have found out that if we put the lizard in the middle of the track and time it from the time it hits the screen, the times go on the scoreboard, it was a lot better than having him in the chutes, because of the lizard will not run in the direction that you want it to run. A lizard will run in the direction it wants to go. So It has 360 degrees in which it can go, and they usually run a straight line, but which line they take is up to them.
Now, do you remember off the top of your head what the fastest time was last year?
1.09 of a second.
And what does the winner win?
Well, we have trophies. It's like a little Doyle Lizard Cup trophy. There's first, second, third, and fourth. All children will win a ribbon of sorts. We have a box of ribbons back here. We have, if the lizard doesn't even move, we try to make sure that the child does get a ribbon, at least go home with something.
So it's mainly kids that you have involved in this?
And just to have fun. This is what it's all about, just to have fun.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
A bunch of damn rambling. It is the wheeze in a suffocating breath, the yield of flowers sprung up, bursting after a spring shower, the dark shadows of a cloud's belly before it rains, nighttime with the moon full and dim shadows of objects irresolute, children chasing a balloon as it bobs away, rising out of reach into an afterthought, obverse, hanging in the sky. Weekends, waking after the sun, filling its first impression as the eyes open, and the room opaque before sleep is again immediate. Wind around a corner, wailing madly, but is only a curious seeker looking under the pages of books. A branch that scratches at a window, dances melodically for the eye. Stones under the water that are large until grasped and pulled into the air. White laundry in the twilight velvet. A stack of wood with the color draining into blandness. The hush as a flock of birds leave an apple tree, breaking one's internal oculus.
Souvenir from a rare snowfall 19 years ago has become a California family's frozen asset. When half an inch fell in San Jose in February 1976, 14-year-old Jeffrey Seamus thought it would be cool to save a snowball in the family freezer. I thought, save it until tomorrow, or save it until next week and throw it at somebody, said Seamus, now 33. I certainly didn't think save it in a time capsule and open it in 20 years. But that's what his mother, Betty, did, preserving the snowball in a peanut butter jar in the garage freezer. I kind of saved things, Mrs. Seamus said.
If you lick your envelopes, you won't anymore. A woman was working in a post office in California. One day she licked the envelopes and stamps instead of using a sponge. She cut her tongue on an envelope. A week later, she noticed an abnormal swelling of her tongue. She went to the doctor and they found nothing wrong. A couple of days later, it began to get really sore, so sore that she couldn't eat. She went back to the hospital and demanded something be done. The doctor took an x-ray of her tongue and noticed a lump. He prepared her for minor surgery. When the doctor cut her tongue open, a live roach crawled out. There were roach eggs on the seal of the envelope she had licked. The egg was able to hatch inside her tongue because of the warmth and moistness of her mouth. Oh, God.
Emergency crews had to rescue a parachutist after he jumped off the 49th floor of the Carew Tower, the tallest building in Cincinnati. A witness said he did 2 flips, and then he snagged on the corner of a nearby hotel, and then he swung around and smacked into the building. Ow!
Hi, it's Michela, and welcome to Sierra Chart's Special News Report. I have something wonderful to talk to you about today. There's a mini vacation here in our own backyard at Virginia Lake. It's right here between Lakeside and the pepper mill is over there. And over there they got like the playground and everything, and then they got all kinds of duckies. The lake's very beautiful. Over on this side, I understand they're going to build a 3-story garage for the cars, for the camping and stuff, but you're really not supposed to be camping here, but you can come out here anyway to check it out. I mean, that's what they told me. Oh, they got the neatest things here. You have to have your own refrigerator because they're not supplied the refrigeration, but in here you bring your own thing. I got something special from, you know, out there, and well, we're not going to talk about that right now, but you can make a squab soup too, and you can cook the Birkin beans in the can. Somebody told me, because it's good. That way you don't have to clean extra. I brought my toaster. They got the little outlet in the back to plug in, and I can have my own coffee here with my coffee maker. This is not automatic, but hey, I'm camping. Oh, there's so many neat things that you can check out here. And I'll tell you what, I'm in a hurry right now. I'm going to go fishing. They got killer trout. Later, bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us here at Sierra Shorts.
You will remember nothing you have seen or heard here.
I hate Reno.